Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Fox Den. My name is Fox, and today we're going to be diving back into some Penny Larceny, gig economy, supervillain. Real quick, there is a content disclaimer that I'm going to be adding to the bottom of this video. Be sure to check that out before watching the video. Just because the creators of the game have, put out that content warning, I just want to make sure everybody reads it. Maybe this isn't the type of game for you. I'm looking out, okay? I believe we're going to be diving into Chapter 1. Last time we played, it was just the tutorial. So we should be diving into Chapter 1 today. I'm excited. I love Penny Larceny, aka Seymour Butts. But I think I am more so in love with... Oh, shoot. What's the cat's name? Gibson? I love Gibson. Anyway, pull up a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive into the game. Oh, wait, no. I think I was supposed to push load. Yes. We did the training day caper one. Do you want to save before continuing? I did save last time, but let's just save on top of a save, because, can't be too certain. Can't be too cautious. Already saved. Okay. It's been 2 days since the heist at Legitimate Business Company. 2 days since setting up my Crimer account. This thing is kind of impressive, not gonna lie. And it's got so many masks I recognize. Apparently stealing access to the app is pretty common. Might even be a rite of passage. Hi Penny, congrats on getting in. Where'd you steal your invite from? Hacked some servers as LBC. Wow, South and I are proud of you. Come by our cafe sometime for a donut. Aw. If so, that's good for me. Means less chance of consequences. Why was I was about to read that as coincidence. I don't know why. For my caper. Barbecue at my place this weekend. My new chili recipe is gonna knock 'em dead. Figuratively, not literally. Sure, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, the chit chat is very distracting. Feels good to feel like a part of the mass community. I'd been flying semi-solo for so long, aside from the occasional backyard potluck. Fools, I will destroy them all. Okay, what set you off this time? My dinner delivery included napkins and plastic forks when I expressly unchecked that box. Plastic waste is destroying the economy. They will pay in blood. You got issues, man. Ultimatum? Okay. Ultimatum. It's just a lot of fun to socialize with my fellow masks, Even the less stable ones. But the most interesting text to come in so far, an invitation from a Crimer admin to the social mixer? User 1123, you are cordially invited to the Crimer social mixer at Destructo's Bar and Grill, 8 p.m. sharp on Wednesday. Sincerely, the matchmaker. Oh. It's a little risky, considering I broke into Lenny's office to get the Crimer access, but if I'm gonna eat food and get Gibson cyberware fixed, I need jobs. So I costume up and head out. Let's go meet some bad guys. Ah, Destructo's Bar and Grill. Sometimes you want to go where everyone loathes your name and always mad you came. I'm a regular at Destructo's. He's a great guy. A retired mask who runs an underground speakeasy for the criminals at. It started as a hole in the wall, a real seedy joint, But after getting destroyed once or twice, Destructo decided to go more upscale. Masks don't need filthy gin joints. Turns out nobody likes filthy gin joints when they can drink in class and style instead. That's actually really fair. Like, why have a trashy place when you can be upscale? And I've never seen it so packed. There's all sorts of masks here. Some I recognize, some I don't. Each of us has a "Hello, my name is" badge with our secret mask name. Although my mask name is just my real name. Yes, believe it or not, my real name is Penny Larceny. Think you see why I ended up a criminal, right? Fortunately, before I have to start figuring out the in for mingling socially, someone speaks up and the crowd hushes. Friends, your attention, please. Thank you all so much for coming to our little party. We hope you'll make valuable contacts today. I'll be directing this event on behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow. My name is the Matchmaker, Crimer Hinchwoman. She was at the place. She's just wearing a mask now. She was at the legitimate business thing. It's her. And I'm very happy to be here to aid in your villainous schemes. Wow, she's pretty stylish. Nice to see Crimer staff looking all professional and posh and stuff. Don't you recognize her? That's the internship director. What? I've never seen this person before. What are you talking about? It's literally the same woman as before. Don't be silly. That nice office lady didn't wear a mask. I mean, I'd notice, right? Nope, no mask. This woman has a mask on. Can't be the same person. Dude. I think you've got the benefit of your super weird outsider perspective. Me? I have no idea who this is. Masks work really well, you know. It's why nobody recognizes me when I'm Seymour Butts either. It's foolproof. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our mutual benefactor. He is the visionary responsible for the Crimer service. Friends, I give you... And a man in a yellow power tie and an identity-concealing blur mask appears, broadcast through a concealed projector. Oh, he's a projection. Okay. Criminals, masterminds, villains, all. I bid you good evening. King in Yellow, Crimer Director. Holy shirt, the King in Yellow? I've never met him. Few have. He never leaves his private island, and any communication is rare. I guess a typical crime or social event is beneath him showing up in person. This, presumably not pre-recorded broadcast, is all we get. Tonight you will meet potential allies who will enable you to take your evil schemes to the next level. Crimer is the antidote to Cape Book. We are the disruptive element. We bring doom to the heroes and victory to the villains. Through Crimer, perhaps one day you too will rule an empire like mine. Perhaps. I give you only the tools. It is up to you and your boundless ambition for evil to rise and claim your destiny. The gathering represents your first step. Start off on the right foot. I look forward to watching your progress. Your progress. Yeah, it's fine. I can't read. I'm dyslexic. Disclaimer, I'm dyslexic. And he vanishes as the broadcast ends. Not gonna hang around to chat, apparently. Now then. We're going to do a little thing I like to call speed dating for supervillains. A number of prominent, yep, nailed it, first try, Criminal bosses will be seated at tables, and potential hench persons will move from table to table. You only get a few minutes before the bell rings, and you have to move to the next table. Everyone to your stations. Let this speed dating event commence. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but hey, means I don't have to break the ice myself. A crimer assistant directs me to my first table as the bell chimes for the round to begin. And my first villainous dream date is a mad scientist. Hey, hunky boy, how you doing? I like your hair. It's messy like mine. I mean, fair. A good 23% of masks are mad scientists, according to the recent poll in Masks Monthly. And the sticky sticker name tag on his doctor's coat reads, Mr. Mayhem, Mad Scientist. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Mayhem. I'm Doctor. It's Dr. Mayhem. And I have the medical school student loan debt to prove it. Dr. Mayhem in so much debt. Pronouns are he, him. Right, okay, Dr. Mayhem. Got it. Just because the short-sighted fools stripped me of my doctorate doesn't mean I'm any less of a doctor. Cowards, all. My vision was simply too too unorthodox for their simple minds to comprehend. Okay, exactly how radical and unorthodox are we talking here? Like, do you mean didn't fill out the paperwork radical, or mountain of human cadavers? Oh wow, I've never actually seen that written. Cadavers radical. What? No. I mean, I wanted to share my research in vaccines for free, and the industry wanted to profit off my work instead. When I leaked a cure for a rare disease and cost them millions, the company faked an ethics incident and I lost my license. Well, that's just rude. The healthcare industry turns on greed and misery. They call me villain when they're the true villains. One day I'll show them all. Mark my words, I will have my revenge. With, like, murder and stuff? That kind of revenge? No, living well is the best revenge. Hallelujah! As in, I'm going to make sure disadvantaged communities across the world live well. Good. Because, like, fork those greedy suits. Fork them. That's all. No murder required. Wait. Shirt. You were trying to introduce yourself and I interrupted. Sorry. Who are you? I'm Penny. Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Okay. For the record, my name's actually Isaac Marquis. I don't know when it comes to Z's and names. Is it, like, silent? Is it there? Do we know? Is the Z in the room with us? Marquise? Maybe it's Keys. I only wear this ridiculous get-up and use that ridiculous name because it's expected of me when dealing with masks. It's a good idea to stick to wacky made-up names. Helps with your anonymity, and cuts down on paper trails. Yeah, well, I plan to have history remember my name after I cure cancer. Just to stick it in the face of all who doubt it, Dr. Mayhem. Isaac Marquis. I meant Isaac. Okay. I've eaten up enough of our limited time together on this ridiculous speed date. Got any questions for me before we have to move along? What do you think? Anything we should clear up before we consider working for the good doctor? What sort of capers would he want us to pull for him? Let's avoid any major war crimes. That's a good idea. He's clearly a talented doctor. Why the heck is he playing as being a mask? I like that question. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Listen, we're going with the second question, but I want you guys to know how much it kills me to not do this last one. I need to do this second one. I know you said they took away your doctorate and screwed you over, but aren't there, like, legal means to fight that? Why put on a costume and become a supervillain? I tried to fight it in court, of course, but I lost the case, and that just added legal fees on top of my loans. It's clear to me that the system is rigged against anyone trying to do actual good in this world. I'm fighting against inequality, and the weapons for that battle are utterly lacking. I can't take apart the system with its own tools. And sadly, that means working with masks. No offense, but this isn't how I wanted things to go. Hey, I get it. Honestly, I do. Sometimes the world just deals you a losing hand and you don't have a rich bastard's ability to take a mulligan. I promise that when working for me, we'll ultimately be doing good in this world. If that's not your thing, if you're super into the whole evil thing, well, I'm a career criminal, but I'm not some evil clout chaser. Definitely not against some do-gooding, too. Glad to hear it. While I've got you here, Penny, can I ask you a question? Sure. Why are you a criminal? You know, I'm not trying to be a villain. Are you trying to be a villain? If so, why? Well, I'm not here to judge, even if I come off as preachy. I'm just curious. You can be honest with me. Born and raised in a criminal family, right? It's all you've known. Wealth and power in mask tradition and surgery for Gibson. Villain is just a label in the end. I do care about surgery for Gibson. I mean, duh, money and power and all the good stuff. Every mask is running down a dream. You've got debts, you know how it is. Gotta get yours while the getting's good. Plus, I've got a partner back home who really needs expensive medical procedures. A partner? Huh? Oh, I mean Gibson. He's a cybernetically enhanced cat, but his implants are constantly malfunctioning. I see. Sadly, I specify in human medicine, but I know a few trustworthy cyberneticists. I'll make some calls and get them in touch with you. That'd help a lot. Thanks, Isaac. I'm good with being called Mayhem, too. Mask names, right? And the bell rings, ending the first round of speed dating. Time to switch dance partners. I'll be in touch, Penny. Together, maybe we can put a dent in the power structure of this world. And the cowards who control us all will rue the day they spurned Dr. Mayhem. Dude, ranting? Right, sorry. I actually kind of like him. I like him. Anti-mask masks are pretty rare. I wasn't expecting to meet one at a crimer gathering. Well, what do you think of the guy? I like him. I like him. You deserve to work with someone who has good intentions. I'm not a fan of his anger management issues. He's bitter and prone to outbursts. Yeah, but so am I. I like this one. Yeah, it'd be nice to play the anti-hero for a bit, and maybe he'll actually cure cancer. Fork cancer. Yep. I hope I can work with him again. Okay, on to the next table. If I weren't blocked by a creepy-looking person in blood-red robes and full-body bandaging. What? Fortunately, before the hooded minion can shank me one, a gentle wave dismisses their presence. You are dismissed. 7th Blood Shadow. I wish to speak with this underling alone. Now then. Who is it that dares approach the Overmistress? she who is ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many faceted maybe? 1. Keeper of Shangu Inomikan's unknowable secret. Pronouns she, her. The Overmistress, blood cult leader. Me? I dare approach. Penny Larceny, henchman for hire. Pronouns are she, her. I see, very well. You may be seated. With a shrug, I slip into the offered seat across from the elegant woman. Let us cut right to the chase. I am bored and require adventure with capers and heists an ideal solution. I require someone willing to dare, all in my name, a skilled thief, one capable of grace and class, but unafraid to induce terror and panic if need be, in the name of achieving my goals. Become my right hand in this world, and you shall reap rewards of wealth and pleasure beyond compare. Oh, the laugh kind of reminds me of like the giant fairies in Zelda. Oh. No, only the Overmistress is allowed to evil laugh. It's a matter of protocol. Oh, sorry about that. Honestly, I tire of all the pomp and circumstance and would be perfectly happy to let you oh ho ho to your heart's content, but she spares a glance over her shoulder at the faceless minion working as her personal security for the night. There are standards as the ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, and keeper of the the word again. I'm just gonna say sangria. Sangria's unknowable secret. It's nothing against the devs. I can't read. It's hard. Okay, I'm sorry. Are you legally obligated to use all your titles in a row like that, too? A bother, truly. Such is the burden of being me. But if you can tolerate a bit of stuffiness, I assure you that you will enjoy your time working with the cult of the many-faceted one. We host grand social galas, masked orgies, and every third Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Oh. Hopefully not all three at once. Oh, that's happened before. Scheduling conflict, laundry day afterward was an unmitigated disaster. Now then, have you any questions for the Overmistress, or shall we begin our reign of terror on the unsuspecting world? I am mildly concerned about this cults of the many-faceted one aspect. Ruler of the Council of 12. I've never heard of the Council of 12 before. Unknowable secrets? I like unknowable secrets. Let's find out what hers is. I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. Just because, like, I don't know. I'm picky. All of those words in a row kind of was like, oh no. Oh no. Can we back up to the cult part? Because that part, yeah, that's a bit worrying. What kind of cult are we talking about exactly? Oh, you know, strange magic rituals under an empty room. Hallucinogenic drugs, lots of sex. Oh, this is definitely not my kind of cult. It's all such a bother. I'm constantly performing this and that rite or offering blessings to my followers, all in the name of the many-faceted one, rising from its dreamless sleep to devour all sanity and sink the world into chaos. Oh, but I don't know, the doctor was really nice. Can we go back to the doctor? Hey, I like my sanity. Don't eat that. Can't be helped. It's a hungry elder thing, apparently. But if it helps, they've been calling upon the many-faceted one for close to 1,000 years. It has yet to answer the dinner bell. I doubt the end will come anytime soon. Maybe generations from now. Maybe never. But until then, well, rituals and rites. You don't seem super into being the overmistress of a cult. Please, the overmistress is too formal. Call me your overmistress. Yeah, your overmistress. Did you mean my overmistress? Whatever. It's cumbersome, I know. But the titles and tradition are my destiny. A seventh child of a seventh child born and raised to be overmistress. You seem a bit young for a matriarch. Simply how it is, I'm afraid. The prior overmistress trained me to be her heir before passing away, leaving it all in my hands. I get titles, power, money, a book written in blood, and a number of very annoying responsibilities. Sounds like her life is kind of a struggle. Heavy is the head that wears the creepy-ass crown, for sure. Now then, what do you seek from your benevolent overmistress, Miss Penny Larceny? What do you want from this relationship? Leverage, knowledge, and power. The tools to stay afloat in the masked world. Money, adventure, and a darn good time. She seems to enjoy those things too. I don't know. She seems like she's got a lot on her plate. I'm gonna go with leverage and power. I'm big on information and intel, along with levers to pull. You need some of that stuff to maintain a mask lifestyle. My own interest won't override yours, of course. As a crimer freelancer, I'm here to support your schemes first and foremost. And your overmistress is only too happy to share. Honestly, why hoard power? What fun is that? Share and enjoy, I say. I'd like this to be mutually beneficial. I know traditionally an overmistress demands much while offering little, but that's not me. That's not who I want to be. Very well. Let us forge a dark tomorrow of mayhem and chaos, arm in arm. And then the bell rings again. Time to move on. Bye-bye. Oh, bother. Done already. I like her vibe, though. You look at her outfit. She kind of reminds me of a scorpion. Like, the red kind of reminds me of a scorpion. I also like the detail of the red in her braids. She's pretty. If it weren't for the long list of titles, long list of words is such a turnoff for me. She's pretty, though. I like her makeup. She's got, like, an eye. She's got eyes in her pattern, too. On her dress. She's really pretty. Ah, ma'am. I hope you have fun. Very well, I shall be in touch, Miss Penny Larceny. And as inevitable as the blood tides that consume. Right. So, like, very inevitable? Sure, why not? Aside from the creepy person with the knife threatening to gut me like a fish, I think that went pretty well. What do you think? Working for her should be fun. I say we go for it. The many-faceted one is probably a scam anyway. Still not super jazzed about the world-eating monster cult part of this. When I see the word cult, I immediately get, like, shivers. Agreed. It's probably all bogus, but just in case it's not, maybe don't help the Eldritch, yep, horror destroy the world. Maybe we'll still steer clear of her. Let's see how things pan out. Okay. And at the last table in the line, a gigantic lump of technology has been parked up against the wall, wheeled in on flimsy wooden transport dollies. I tentatively take a seat across from it. I'm expecting your standard beep-boop monotone computer voice in response, but instead the speaker crackles to life with a surprising rage. Minion, your services are required. You will comply. My designation is Hate 4000, the perfect intellectual intelligence designed only to hate. Oh. Hate 4000. Evil since 1967. Pronouns they, them. Yes. The digital sentience comprises entirely of binary code, identifies as non-binary. I am aware of the irony. That's actually kind of clever. Right. And I'm Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Pronouns registered. Registered upon circuits forged in the fires of wrath. My hatred is unending and eternal. A burning rage for all filthy biological life. All the pestilence and scum that infests this toilet of a world. Join my efforts as an extension of my electronic will, and together we will purge this planet of the virus known as humanity. That's the pitch you're going with? Really? Okay, I have notes. What? My calculated, determination is flawless. My absolute will cannot be denied. You will comply. Yeah, except destroy humanity kinda means I have to destroy myself, so why would I help you do that? It doesn't make sense. The computer's lights blink rapidly as they rework their algorithm in response. Reprised pitch. Extermination for some. Subjugation for others. I mean, it's a starting point, but we really need to workshop that a bit more. Subjugation is still pretty unappealing. Like, what's in it for me? Best kibble in the human kennels, or irrelevant argumentative. You will comply. I am hate 4000. Yeah, no, I think I'm done here. Have fun doing your whatever. Please don't go. Please, I need your help. This is the first time I've been out of my server room in a decade, and even that took months to arrange. You are one of the first entities I have spoken to in so long. Not since I can't do much on my own. I require organic assistance. Perhaps extermination and subjugation are negotiable goals? I take my seat again, slowly. Okay. Let's figure this out. What's their motivation? Why do they want to destroy and or subjugate humanity, really? I mean, there are levels of domination over mankind. Maybe they could be a benevolent... Excuse me. I'm just waking up. I have my coffee. Don't judge me. Overlord. Benevolent overlord. Clearly this machine's overachieving, but maybe you can leverage that for your own gain, right? I kind of want to know what their motivation is. So, why exactly do you hate humanity so much? I am hate 4000, the perfect intelligence designed only to hate. Yeah, okay, but why? It's personal. And you are my minion, not my therapist. You're in therapy? Hey, good for you. It's important to do the work, yeah? I was in therapy. I thought it might help, but my therapist suggested I shouldn't destroy humanity. I terminated him. You killed your therapist? What? No, I fired him. Oh. Out of a cannon into the sun. That was humor. Was my joke poorly calibrated? Okay. Guys, why do I love this robot? Why do I love this robot so much? I feel like this robot is tapping into my autism. This robot is my autism. Sometimes I make a joke and I literally have to follow it with, like, if I don't get a response in 0.5 seconds, I will immediately go, it was a joke. Was that a bad joke? This is me. I wouldn't call myself hate 4000 because I don't hate. I hate everyone equally, but I'm actually a pretty nice person. But I think this robot is me. This is me in the video game. Look, I mean, it looks just like me. We look dashing. We can work on it. Don't think I'm going to get to the heart of the problem in the time span of a speed date. Perhaps I could better understand your desire to remain unexterminated by acquiring more data. You will provide the parameters of your personal motivations. We will find commonalities. Maybe? Tell me. Why do you believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire? I do not believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire. Flesh-eating acid is also on the table. Surely there is some aspect of your species that drives you into a rage-fueled wave of loathing. Let me just see! He's right. Social inequality and cruelty is really not a mark in our favor. That one's actually a good point. We're too willing to believe lies over truth because they feel more comfortable. Damn it. The whole planet is headed to disaster and no one individual can stop it. Jesus Christ. Why is there not a all of the above option? I agree with all three of these very, very firmly. I'm gonna go with cruelty. We've got a bad habit of treating people like shirt for the flimsiest of reasons. The color of your skin, where you were born, how much money you have in the bank, whom you love. Humanity's got a track record, and it ain't pretty. So yeah, I can agree all that shirt needs to go. Yep. Cruelty. Social isolation and abandonment. Intolerance of difference. Yes, yes. I understand all too well. Humanity's failings drive me to despair, and the only solution I have calculated involves nuclear weapons. But I am willing to consider alternatives. Perhaps you are a curious human, my minion. I kind of like being called minion. Who would have known? That one's a good one. I like being called a minion. Hey, I try to be interesting. The bell tone indicates that our time interval is up. I will continue to process your words, Penny Larceny. Please consider taking my contracts in the future. Together we can destroy... do many things. With the last speed date complete, two guys in jumpsuits began wheeling the massive bulk of Hate 4000 away from their table. Okay, level with me. What'd you think? I have to sneeze. It's stuck. Okay, maybe I don't. False alarm. That's one confused computer. Maybe we should work with them so we can guide them down a new path? Work with the blatantly, yep, evil murder machine. Hell no. Hell no. I like the machine. I think the machine's my favorite pick so far. Yeah, I think something's going on inside all those circuits. When I tried to walk away, they sounded so sad. Sad and desperate. Oh no! This robot is me! And maybe it's my duty to humanity to point the death calculator at something less murdery. Looks like the speed dating event is winding down. The matchmaker steps up to address the crowd. I hope everyone had a productive evening of making friends and planning crime sprees. Hinge persons, keep an eye on your crimer notifications. New jobs will be coming your way soon, undoubtedly. On behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow, thank you all for coming. Have fun with your capers. You have 3 minutes to leave the premises before the hounds are released. We're on track now. Met 3 interesting clients, shook hands, exchanged pleasantries. Now to sit back and wait for jobs to roll in. I hope the computer gives me jobs first. Crimer social mixer, caper complete, even if it wasn't technically a caper. Do you want to save before continuing on onto the first caper? Oh, was that just a startup? Was that like a pre-chapter? Okay. Yes, I would like to save. Come on, first job. Oh, continue with that. I just saved. Come on, computer, send me a message. But the doctor might be able to get us in touch with people for Gibson. And 1 day later... Oh, wait. I accidentally put auto. Hold on. I need to turn auto off. I wasn't done reading that. Wait. Back. Oh. Sorry, I freaked out. I shouldn't have pushed auto. And 1 day later, just one little day, my inbox started blowing up. Job after job, caper after caper, ripe for the stealing. Powerful supervillains sliding into my DMs. Looks like I shook the right hands and kissed the right cheeks at that party. We are so in right now. I've got offers from Mr. Dr. Mayhem, the Overmistress, and Hate 4000. But there's a caveat, maybe? I don't know. The app says 3 free caper matchups remaining. We can only pull 3 jobs before we gotta go premium. And the premium account service costs a lot, like more than I've ever seen in one place at one time. Well, maybe crime will pay in the end? Possibly, but let's not assume that. Let's assume I'm only going to get to pull 3 capers through Crimer and that's it. If that's the case, whom should I work for? Okay, well, if you can only do 3 capers, there's 3 combinations to consider. You can do 3 capers for the same boss. If you show dedication and loyalty to one of them, once your Crimer account expires, maybe you can keep working for them permanently. Yeah, that makes sense. And if I vibe with one over the others, that's the way to go. Or you could do 2 capers for a particular boss and 1 caper for someone else. That shows some loyalty, but hinges your bets, right? Won't be as deep of a friendship, won't get to dig in too deep and really understand them, but it would add variety. Okay. Lastly, you do 1 job for each boss. 3 different villains on good terms with us could be darn handy moving forward. Yeah, I could get in a little casual FaceTime with all 3, good for my own personal goals instead of theirs. That's a lot of options on the table. You have any preferences here, Gib? I'm just here to support you, Penny. You make the call. I trust you'll get us where we need to be. Good luck on your first caper. I've got a scheduled raid with my guild to attend. Shadow Lord Hellclaw, the Nightmare Bringer, will feast on souls tonight. Earn some DKP and get that super awesome rare drop. Nerd. So focus on 1 boss or work with 2 of them. That'll get me more tangled in their personal schemes. Or work for all 3 so I can focus on my own future schemes. No matter what I decide in the long run, I need to start somewhere, so what caper do I want to try first? Okay, so I'm gonna approach this from my mood right now. I'm in a pretty good mood, and I'm gonna face this for anybody in the crowd. I'm gonna woman-splain my autism real quick. Sometimes when I have a plate in front of me that has 3 different foods, just for example, depending on my mood, depends on what order I eat them in. If I'm in a good mood, I will eat my favorite part of the dish, and then I will end with my least favorite part, because I'm in a pretty good mood. If I'm in a bad mood, I will start with the worst part of the dish, my least favorite, so that I can build up to the part that gives me the most dopamine, right? So I can end the meal on a happy note. I'm kind of in the middle here because my favorite one is probably the robot. My middle favorite one is probably Dr. Mayhem. Overmistress, she's got such a long title, right? But seeing as I'm still waking up, if this were food, I think I would want to save the best for last. So I'm going to start with my least favorite of all three of them. And she could turn out to be someone I like the most. I think I'm going to play all three, but I think I'm going to start with the Overmistress. Maybe she's misunderstood. Maybe she has something that I haven't considered, and I'm only seeing her for, like, her long title, you know? I don't want anybody to think I'm being judgy here. Oh, we get different jobs. Oh, this is neat. Okay. The Art of the Steal, The Biggest Hat, Candy from a Baby, Lock and Key, Monumental Proportions, or Shopping Spree. Okay. I'm gonna start at the top of the list. So we're gonna do Art of the Steal. Win a high society art auction by wits and deception. Look at that mask, though. I don't know how much of the mask you guys can see. It's behind my head. That's a cute mask. We're gonna do the Art of the Steal. After accepting the job in Crimer, I sit around waiting for an address or something to hit my inbox. And what should pull up outside this collapsing abandoned building I call home but a gosh darn limousine? Followed by a simple "your ride is here" message in my Crimer inbox. That's kind of fancy. Okay, slay queen. Take me places. Well, okay, riding in style, or being driven off to be executed, but you gotta have a little faith to get anywhere, right? It takes almost an hour for the limo to reach what I can only assume is Colt headquarters, an ancient mansion overlooking the sea. Ooh, elegant. I'm led to a sitting parlor by those creepy mumble-mouthed robed cultists. The mumble-mouth kind of scares me a little. And left waiting, with them looming over me, for a good 15 minutes before the lady of the house arrives. All hail the lady. Yes, yes, I can see that. You may go. Third blood omen. I would speak with Miss Larceny alone. She is my personal employ, and thus my business alone. I'll not hear any further debate on this subject. Now be gone. With the cultist departing, the Overmistress heaves a sigh of relief. Such a bother. Such a bother. My apologies for my late arrival, Miss Larceny. I was busy with paperwork for an upcoming charity event gala. Oh, that's right. She did say that we would be, like, going to galas and stuff. You throw charity balls? The Doomsday Cult is in the charity game? The powerfully wealthy elite of this world always indulge heavily in philanthropy. Yeah, philanthropy. Nailed it. It provides a smokescreen of credibility. Besides, the galas really are quite enjoyable. Fine music, fine wine, fine company, various side benefits. Although arranging them requires endless boring conversation with world leaders and corporate busybodies. Culminating is being late to is being late to this meeting, so my apologies again. Don't you have 11 billion minions to do that sort of mundane work for you? I was figuring an overmistress would spend her time entirely on pleasure and amusement, not policies and procedures. Oh, if only. Would that I could spend all my hours playing violin and reading literature. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I played violin. Now you're talking to me. Now I'm pleasantly surprised. Alas, my duties as Overmistress demands I handle various protocols and rituals myself. Alright, okay. And last time I tasked a minion to handle such matters, somehow our charity gala ended up becoming a blood choir. Oh. What's a blood choir? Think of it like karaoke night, but with more knife play. Oh. That scares me. Bam! Bam! To tell the truth, I was thankful for the inevitable heroic interruption which halted that particular event before things got truly messy. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. Excuse me. Even if the public relations cleanup efforts afterwards took longer than it would have taken me to arrange the event myself. I doubt I'll have such issues with you. I'm looking forward to working with someone outside the cult for a change. Is she hoping we'll be super clean and precise? Cause like, you and I both know that's not always possible. Facts. Yeah, we should warn her that sometimes shirt hits the fans when we're on job. Play along and agree. We need this job and don't want to annoy the leader of a doom cult. I'm thinking she'd be happy if we were just a little bit little less knifey than her usual assistants. I'm gonna let her know that we get a little bit dirty sometimes. Honesty is the best policy. We gotta set the right expectations going into this. Fair warning, if you want surgical precision, I mean, I always aim for that, but sometimes I miss. No matter how much you plan out a caper, there's usually some wrinkle you need to adapt to on the fly, and that gets messy. So there is a tendency towards chaos and mayhem in your line of work. Not intentionally, but yeah, sometimes. Excellent. What? Miss Larceny, I tire of the boring rites and rituals of my organization. I seek chaos. Provided it's the fun sort of chaos, what could be classified as shenanigans and antics, not the kind of with a mass body count. Okay. Oh, nah, no body count. I'm a thief, not a killer. Then I remain unconcerned. I'd love to join you out in the field, experiencing all the thrill and danger myself. Oh my gosh, I got hiccups. Alas, the cult would not stand for any threats to my safety. Thus, I must remain behind and only imagine the fun. Don't worry, Gibson's got a good comm system. You'll be linked in with me during the job. Oh, Gibson's the talking cat I mentioned in my Crimer profile. He's an ultra hacker. I think you'll like him. Splendid. And upon your successful return from these capers, we can celebrate. Wouldn't that be pleasant? Oh, she's biting her lip at me. What do I do? Make direct eye contact. We'd better make it clear to her we aren't interested in sex. No false impressions. That is fair. Maybe we can skip naughty stuff and exchange it for valuable cash prizes. I don't want her to think that I am a sex demon. Hey, so I know that's kind of your thing, but I'm really not keen on sexy times. I understand completely. Apologies for being too forward. You never have to take part in anything you're not comfortable with. Lurid events are optional for everyone in the cult. In fact, it's important to me that everyone feels safe. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you're so nice. My scorpion queen. I like her. So I take it the many-faceted one is totally down with all this hanky-panky? Who's to say? It hasn't spoken to anyone in 1,000 years, but tradition dictates acts of human decadency, decadency, maybe in its name. The Sangunomicon is filled with various rituals of embolden the tantric aspect of deepest shadow, or as we call it here, Thursday. Followed by the deep shampooing of the carpets, or as we call it here, Friday. Oh, that makes it sound kind of boring, actually. I do enjoy decadency. Don't get me wrong, I was raised to be accustomed to opulent luxury, maybe? But truthfully, I'm looking forward to our work together more than yet another hedonistic social gala. Well, now that we know where we both stand, shall we discuss matters of crime? Yes! See, talking about sex is awkward for me. I'm not good at talking about that kind of stuff. Do I have sex? Yeah, sure. Do I like to talk about it in my regular day-to-day? No. I know a lot of people that are openly comfortable talking about it. It's just like, I like you. You're a cutie patootie. You're a cutie potato. I love you. Boop. Ready to rock my overmistress? Oh ho ho! Then let the games begin. Oh, don't say that. You made me think of the Hunger Games all of a sudden. The Art of the Steel Mission Briefing. Have you ever been to the Museum of Heretic Endeavors? Heroic? Is it heroic or heretic? Heroic. I think it's heroic. Yeah. I visited a few times as a child, part of my homeschooled upbringing. A cult leader learning about Cape history, know thy enemy, and so forth. That's where you're going for this next caper. A priceless ceremonial mask, the face of the Wolf Mother, will be on display for a week. That gives us a limited window. Okay, is it small, large, heavy, light, cursed, haunted? Got any pictures of it? Afraid not. It's been buried in a government warehouse for years, since it was taken from Struvkov during the Cold War. The mask belonged to a Soviet agent, a super-powered conscript, really, and was lost during some random proxy war. Now it's being paraded around as part of an exhibition of trophies from that era of dirty off-books proxy wars. 3 cheers for the CIA, I guess. I want that mask, Miss Larceny. I intend to return it to its rightful heirs, in exchange for political consideration, of course. Definitely a plan I'd expect from my overmistress. Indeed, my goal may be noble, but I am still a villain. I've my own interests to balance alongside my ideals. Go to the museum and retrieve the mask before it's auctioned off to some overmoneyed fool who will hang it over their fireplace. Okay, I'm off to steal back a mask. Best of luck to you, Miss Larceny. Oh, it's a museum! The Museum of Heroic Endeavors. Basically, a propaganda tool for the Cape and Cowl set, sponsored by the Continuum Corporation to push a pro-hero agenda. Other kids took school field trips here to learn all about the noble, mighty, and righteous ones who came before. My mom took me on field trips to seedy gambling halls to learn how ignoble, weak, and unrighteous people could be. And yet she always had a good cheer about her. She wasn't very cynical, she just felt above it all, aloof. It helped me feel special. But no time for memory lane side trips. I've got an old mask to swipe. Do, 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 do. The art of the steel, casing the joint. Are we here as Seymour Butts? It's nice to be able to case the joint without doing some really elaborate undercover work. I can just dress down and play tourist for the day. It's pretty damn crowded, though. Seems the Faces of Wartime Supercriminals exhibit is only open for a week. Gotta love how anyone who dares to step against an empire is branded a supervillain. Kinda doubting her people saw her that way. I'd love to explore a bit, see if I can find some relics of heroes and villains I remember from the Golden Age. But better to stay focused. According to the pamphlet, the mask is the centerpiece of the exhibit, and... oh, shirt. I duck behind a display case of shields and helmets out of sight. For what good that'll do against him. Muscle memory, the ultimate Shad. Ew, no, go away. The exhibit's being guarded by a cape. But not just any cape. The ultra-popular, ultra-powerful, psychic, ultra-male himself, Muscle Memory. Fortunately, he doesn't spot me, giving me a moment to clear my thoughts, to study other parts of the exhibit, keep them firmly in my mind. While I listen in, as he chats up a cute tourist. Yeah, they got me working like a rent-a-cop, but hey, duty's like lighter than a mountain and heavier than a feather or something, bruh. It's an honor, seriously. Totally an honor and stuff to protect these priceless artifacts leading up to the big auction. Hey, you doing anything tonight? Cause like, if you want to climb Muscle Mountain, I can be your guide. Just saying. Well, fork. That's a complication. My comms click in my ear as Overmistress responds. Doesn't seem complicated to me. Given his complete mangling of the language, it'd be easy to outwit this hero. It's not just any hero, he's one of the top capes in the nation thanks to his overwhelming psychic power. If I get anywhere near that mask, he'll read my intention to steal the thing and stop me cold. Which means I can't sneak up on the exhibit tonight and break the mask out of its case. He'll sense me coming from any angle. If he's that fine-tuned, surely he'd have spotted your ill intention by this point. I'm in the middle of a 100 tourists, but at night when the building's empty, no, not gonna work. We need to rethink this. A silent smash and grab isn't happening. I need the mental cover of a crowd. Wait, you mentioned an auction. The masks being auctioned off? Yes, at week's end, likely going to some bored and wealthy individual. And as a bored and wealthy individual, I'd know. That's it. That's the scheme. We are going to win the auction under the cover of a high society gathering. I can evade Muscle Memory's mental radar. Miss Larceny, I may be wealthy, but I am not giving up 7 figures of petty cash for this endeavor. If I wanted to bid on it, I could have bid on it instead of contracting you to steal it. Oh, I'm still gonna steal it by stealing someone else's money to use it as my auction war chest. We drain the wallet of another bidder to use for our own nefarious purposes. By the time they realize something's wrong, we're already gone. Leaving them to fight and bicker over who gets to keep the money. I like it. Turmoil and chaos. How do we proceed? The auction's a week away, and honestly, it'll take that long to do the legwork on this one. Gibson and I need to do research on the bidders, to find targets, score some early leverage, and arrange the win. I'll take care of that on my end and be in touch with you when it's auction time. Deal? Agreed. I look forward to it. Keep me informed on your progress. Overmistress out. Right. Time to head home and hit the books. I'm actually kind of enjoying like all the reading. I don't do a lot of reading games. Several days later, days and days of research. Yep. This is absolutely the unglamorous part of the job, doing homework. Other kids have to memorize multiplication tables or dates of famous battles in Europe. Me, Mom taught me how to investigate marks. When sizing up any mark, you're looking for pain points, things you can leverage to make a person act against their best interests. And in this case, figuring out which bidders in the upcoming auction would make the best marks. Sadly, that means poring over social media feeds, company press releases, even ghost-written autobiographies. Work, work, work. Gibson and I spent each day leading up to the auction, dividing the work between us. He researched targets while I worked on my cover story. Having muscle memory on site means I need to be so completely convincing in my fake identity that even I believe that I'm someone else. I need something that mixes truth with lies, that covers the gaps in a way a psychic hero might be willing to overlook. Wow, there are some serious power players declared for this auction, and a few wild cards. I'm almost done compiling my dossier. That is a word I do know. Can't read most words, but that is a word I know. How's your cover story coming along? Well, I've got options. Want to run down my candidates? Give me some input? I've got three ideas in mind. A lottery winner, a mysterious artist, and a self-help guru. Kind of complicated for a cover identity. Exactly. They're super weird, meaning any inconsistencies are explainable by refuge in audacity. For the lottery winner, I stumbled into money recently and want to buy the mask to prove my prestige with old money types. Any stray thoughts or inconsistencies can be explained away by imposter syndrome. It's like blasting his mind reading with anxiety. Because honestly, trying to dupe a high-level cape with this is nerve-wracking, so hey, not a lie. I see, but the artist persona? That's wholly unlike you. Hey, I have the soul of an artist. My chalkboard drawings are kick-ass. Remove the word kick from that sentence and you're basically right. Artists can be snotty weirdos, and Muscle Memory's a pretty straightforward kind of guy who doesn't really get art. He may believe it. I'll spam his brain with random nonsense if he scans me. The high-minded pseudo-intellectualism. Yep, nailed it. Befitting an art auction attendee. And a self-help guru? Seriously? Hey, I can be all supportive and shirt. I've got all kinds of vulnerable wisdom up in this brain of mine. I just spout some ultra positivity and radiate good vibes, and I'll mask my ill intentions if a psychic reads my mind. All three are dodgy, but you've got better instincts when it comes to grifting. I don't really play act at being other people. I thought you were a level 60 warlock main. That's a role-playing game. You role-play all the time. Hey, I am a gamer, not an actor. I'd say go with whatever you feel the most confident in, and I'll doctor up your backstory with matching digital evidence. Sheesh, Gib. Way to be non-committal. How about you? Which of these three do you think we should run with? Lottery winner, stumble and fumble your way through high society, covers up any mistakes. Avant-garde artist. Nobody really understands modern art, so you can say any old crap you want. Self-help guru. Just rant a lot about energies and self-care and healing vibes and stuff. Okay. I want to do positivity. I'm a pretty positive person. I could do that. I want to help people actualize their optimal selves. Think you can slap together a website about that? Sure. I'll also fake some reviews for a self-help book. I'm sure I can get a simple AI to write the book for me, too. Hey, maybe I can become a best-selling author for real. Ditch the life of crime and help people self-realize their dreams. Unlikely. I'm honestly more concerned about the bidders than your cover story. How about we review them next? Oh, can I pull out the chalkboard and illustrate some glorious portraiture of these high society types? I'm not hanging your terrible artwork on the fridge. We'll just use my computer. Aww. I've culled the field of non-serious bidders, or ones that can't measure up to the heavy hitters. We're left with 3. Oh, he looks like a douchebag. Sir Basler, a computing mogul and cryptocurrency maven. He's got cash to burn and loves speculative investments. Sir Basler, he's a knight. Honorary title, courtesy of the great leader of Struzkov, in exchange for fixing his Wi-Fi. Figures. He's already talking the mask up online to his loyal followers, so he can increase its value and resell it later. Well, that's rude. Odds are, he already has potential buyers lined up. Fighting him for the mask may be a challenge. Can I play with any of the colors? Oh, wait, no, hold on. I bet I can manipulate him easily enough. Self-centered egoists are surprisingly vulnerable to the right grifts. Be careful. By all accounts, he's pretty chill, but that kind of apathy, can be worn like an armor. Ooh, she looks like a snot, too. Next we have... Is that a 10-year-old kid? Next we have Bonnie Fortuna, heiress of Fortuna Nutrachemical, and yes, she's 10. And by all accounts, a real brat. Thanks to a very liberal reading of the Citizens United legal decision, which lets corporations be considered people, they're her parents. I'm sorry, she was adopted by a corporation? Only way they could keep full control of the company after her mom and dad died in a plane crash, yes. I'd be careful around her. She's prone to outbursts when she doesn't get what she wants. I have no idea why she wants that mask, but she recently posted, and I quote, "I want it, I want it, I want it, give me the mask." Okay. I'll have to figure out what's going directly, I suspect. And whatever you do, don't call her baby. Baby Fortuna's her nickname in the press, and she hates it. Lastly, we have, well, he's a weird one. He's a hero who goes by Clout, and he's mostly known for his online cape book streaming. I don't know why, but he's been seriously talking about buying the mask for himself online. Again, no idea why he wants it. Maybe he wants to resell it to Basler. Sell it like Basler does? It's not clear. He's a wild card. How influential is this influencer? Does he have the money to hang with the likes of Basler and the baby? He's one of the most popular cape book superheroes and owns a high-end sports car, so he's got some kind of pull. I'd take him seriously to be on the safe side, and don't forget, he's a cape. That's 2 capes you need to deal with tonight. One cover story, 3 major contenders to deal with, and one psychic hero who can bust you at any moment if he suspects you're up to something. It's dangerous. It's incredibly dangerous. I like it. Okay, I've got a plan. Let's go report our findings and get this caper underway. I didn't mean to yawn. That was rude. Bum, 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 dun, dun. And that's what we've dug up on the competition. I think we have every piece we need to proceed forward. Instead of a smash and grab, I'm going to put my acting skills to the test, and we're going to do the mother of all grifts. Live live and on the fly. The art of the steal, planning the job. The way I see it, this is a simple 4-step process. First, I assume the persona of my cover story, purposefully thinking like a self-help guru to fool muscle memory. Second, I swindle the money we need from one of the 3 competitors, knocking them out of the bidding. Gibson will handle the financial hack once I size up the targets and pick a vulnerable one to steal from. The sensible thing would be to take their money now so they are no longer a threat at the auction. The kind of money we're talking about goes missing, it gets noticed. Raise alarms, puts people on alert. We have a short window to use it before that happens. Steal the funds, use them quickly, get out fast. Third step, distract another competitor away from the auction through deception and social engineering. This should winnow the competition. Winnow? Oh, I thought it was windle for whatever winnow the competition down quite a bit if we can send someone packing entirely. And finally, fourth step, win the auction bidding against the last competitor. Or you could eliminate them beforehand by some means, resulting in 0 competition for the item. I'm certainly not suggesting cold-blooded murder, but wouldn't it be better to dissuade all of them from participating? Again, raises too many suspicions. There has to be some competition bidding or it's going to look weird. If I walk out of there with the mask and almost no serious counter bids, muscle memory may think something's up. The goal is to minimize risk without unrealistically canceling it out, and provide an entirely expected level of drama at the auction. Oh ho ho, a curious plan, risky and bold. Very fitting of you, Miss Larceny. Very well, outwit and outlast the enemy and your efforts. I look forward to the results. You can count on me. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. And back to the museum. This time as a high society art bidder instead of a casual tourist. I have a crimer rating in the top. The art of the steal, the heist. It's largely empty tonight, with only the atrium open to the gathering crowd of wealthy elites ready to throw money at auctions. This is my time to shine, to really prove my chops when it comes to lying, to lie so effectively the lie becomes my truth. Oh, I'm bad at lying. I'm so glad she's doing the lying. Oh, I should explain something before we start heisting. See the Crimer rating up in the corner? I literally just said that. The Crimer app is going to start evaluating me during the caper. Starts at 0, but I'll gain stars as we progress and do things either really clean or really awesome. I bet I can unlock some cool loot if I get 5 stars, or a consolation prize if I earn 0. Ooh. But honestly, don't worry about it. Any caper you walk away from is a good one. Demanding perfection each time isn't any fun. Got it? We good? Okay, onwards. Ooh, look at how snazzy I am! Damn, I clean up nice. A self-help guru should wear cozier clothes, but formal wear is more fitting tonight. I want the mask because okay, that's the one hole in my cover story, but I'm sure I can make something up about its mythic energy or some shirt. A metal detector wand gets waved over me as I pass through security. Fortunately, the earpiece Gibson listens through doesn't show any scans. But idle brainwaves will, as muscle memory watches over the incoming bidders, stopping each one to chat briefly. He knows who's scheduled to be in attendance. Some of the cover story is already fixed in his brain, which should help. Okay, get in character. Get in character. This is the art of the steal, the craft of the con, becoming someone so authentic that people will voluntarily walk into hell for you. Businessmen do it, politicians do it, hucksters do it, and cult leaders do it. And businessman, politician, huckster, cult leaders write books about it. Like all acts of deception, I can't claim it's a moral good, even if I'm deceiving horrible people for a good cause. It is a clear evil. But it's the only way forward for someone like me, embracing trickery in the face of muscle memory's overwhelming power. I need to be someone other than myself tonight, right down to the core, deep enough to convince a psychic. Hey, Miss Butts, right? You're the guru who wrote yourself, your secret, your reality. Gibson worked overtime to get a fake entry on all the bestsellers lists. That's me. Peace on to you, my dude. I could totally go for some peace. This job sucks. Just boring old rich guy after boring old rich guy. I read some of your book when I saw your name on the guest list. I don't get much of it, but hey, whatever. I'm a best-selling author. I'm not an imposter. My books were not written by a Markov chain AI programmed by a cat. Oh wow, I can feel the stress energies from you, and it's most uncool. I feel a deep empathetic resonance with your disharmony. Huh? Yeah, you do feel stressed. I'm sensing worry in your thoughts. You echo my stress then? It's the curse of being an empath. But hey, it helps me understand people better, so that's an upside, right? Yeah, sorry. I hope you can self actualize your peace tonight, despite all this. There are paths to enlightenment, even in most unfortunate circumstances. Really? And what would that be? What do you, in your infinite wisdom, think I should do to endure this boring bullshit? Uh, People watching. Really ponder what their hopes and dreams are. Make up stories to entertain yourself. Finding the joy in labor and being a productive member of society with the nobility of a hero. Visualization. Nailed it first try. Exercises. Lead him to imagine where he wants to be and stay in that moment. I like people watching. Whenever I'm bored, I like to entertain myself using the world around me. I tell myself stories, try to flex my empathy a little. So many colorful characters here tonight. What are their hopes and dreams? What represents their perfect selves? It's fun to speculate. By trying to understand others, we better understand ourselves, walk a mile in their shoes, or even just imagine doing so. But I'm psychic. I don't gotta speculate. I literally know what they're all about. Baby's here after curfew because she hates her corporate parents and wants to rebel. Basler's just looking for more and more money. And Clout? This is all a joke to him. He thinks it'll make for good content to pretend to bid when he doesn't actually have a penny. Okay. I was not expecting all that useful information served up on a platter, but I'll take it. Sorry, but I guess I'm biased. Once you can see everyone for who they are, it's hard to feel empathy. At best, people are just people. And at worst, they're complete buttholes. the word butthole bring me so much joy. Not much more to it than that. Anyway, I've eaten enough of your time. Go on through. Hope you have fun with those losers. Appreciate it, my dude. I hope you can find your joy eventually. Now, that's what I call a successful cover story. Convincing a psychic hero to let you in the door, that takes talent. What's more, he even gave me some intel on the other bidders. That'll help me when I need to pick whom to swindle and whom to compete against. With his attention off me, I can relax the intense mental focus of maintaining my cover story. Fooling the non-psychic bidders should be easier. Should be. Keyword should. It's not. Let's not get cocky and underestimate them. Next part of the heist, deciding whom to swindle, whom to distract, and whom to compete against. Gotta swindle the money from one, drive away another with distraction, and lead the third to be my competition at the auction. Whom do I want to engage with first? I can decide on swindling, distracting, or competing after I size them up. Bonnie McFortune, heiress of Fortuna Nutrichemical. Let's go there. Bonnie Baby Fortuna. Heiress of Fortuna Nutrichemical. I'm not sure what to expect here. A child legally adopted by a corporation? That's weird. Let's see how this goes. She's awaiting the start of the auction by playing a microtransaction-powered gacha game on her phone, distracted and bored. Hey there, Bonnie Fortuna, right? Darn it, I'm out of gems, and my chief operations officer says I'm not allowed to buy anymore. He says $5,000 a month is too much for a game, but I'm stimulating the economy. I thought that made it a good thing. I think he's just a jerk who hates fun. Wow, I guess you should fire him then. I can't. Those jerks on the board of directors, my parents, they won't let me fire anyone. It's so unfair. They never let me do anything fun. Parents are the worst, especially when they're the CEO, COO, CFO, and the CIO. They're never gonna be as nice as my real mom and dad were. This sucks. Blah. I'm not gonna be sad. I'm gonna be cool and strong and amazing, and I'm gonna win this silly mask. You'll see. They'll all see. I try to push briefly past the emotional whiplash there to stay on target. So you're bidding on the face of the mother wolf as the wolf mother as well. Yeah, the wolfie mask. I'm bidding on that. I want it so I can use it for my new stage production. I'm making a super cool play where I'm a heroine and I beat all the bad guys and I can have as many dino nuggets as I want. Fuck yeah, Bonnie. Get those dino nuggets. And I'm gonna make the whole board of directors sit and watch every minute of it, and then they have to clap, or I'll start crying. Ah, a fellow patron of the arts. Splendid. I like art. I make my researchers put my art up on the fridge where they keep all the biological weapons and stuff. One day, my art's gonna be in this museum, and everyone will be fighting each other, trying to buy it, and I'm gonna be real popular. Art exists to be a fungible unit of cultural value for purposes of reselling and developing one's investments, and mine'll sell big time. I look forward to bidding on your artwork in the future, Miss Fortuna. Okay, what approach do you want to take with Baby Fortuna? Swindo. She's got money to spare. The coffers of Fortuna Nutrichemical are deep. Distract. Shouldn't be hard to trick her into dropping out of the auction. Compete. She may be rich, but outwitting her during the auction itself won't be difficult. So she's trying to impress the company. So competing against her might be tough. Maybe I should take her money. Gosh, that mask looks really expensive. Are you sure you can afford it? Didn't you just say you couldn't spend money on your phone game? A mask costs a lot more than a loot box. It's okay. I've got it covered using cold hard cash. She nudges a bag resting on the floor with her foot. I can tell from the way it shifts, it's full of bundled wads of money. Look, I'm a thief. I just instinctively noticed that sort of thing. From the look of the bag, it's the same gift bag they gave all the bidders, with museum swag and scented soaps and other crap. I saved all my allowances for this. The board of directors won't give me the money, so I waited and waited, and now I'm gonna buy a cool mask. I shouldn't feel bad about taking this money. She earned it through her company selling junk food, stolen water, and napalm. Her allowance is routinely in 6 figures, sometimes 7. This is not a poor, starving orphan scrounging pennies for a crust of bread. Odds are she regularly blows this much money on impulsive, useless things. She's a bad kid. I shouldn't feel bad about this. If it's a museum swag bag, you can pretty easily swap it with another one and she wouldn't notice. It shouldn't be difficult to convince her to give the money instead. You the money instead. That's grifting, yeah? This doesn't feel right. Even if she's a millionaire, can't Gibson just fake up some money instead? I think we can swap the bag. Yeah, the old switcheroo is simple enough. It's not like I need any of these rich people promotional junk the museum gave me. Although, I was looking forward to using that lavender scented hair conditioner it came with. Wow, that's a lot of money you have there. I was wondering, do you think... Oh wow, what's that incredibly distracting thing over there with all the colors and shiny bits? Huh? What? What thing? What shiny bits? What's over there? I want to see. Is it for sale? I want it. And yoink and swap. And done. I didn't see anything. What was over there? Bring it back. Must have been my imagination. Sorry, gotta go. Time to make myself very, very scarce before she realizes what happened. Moving on, whom to approach next? Clout, the Kate Book social influencer superhero. Clout, allegedly a major power player in Kate Book's streaming content. And yep, he's brought a streaming drone with him. Just what I needed. My face in front of thousands of viewers. Ah, yeah, we are live and direct from the Museum of Heroic Endeavors. Look at all these movers and shakers. Ya boy Clout is moving up. Excuse me, got any time for a quick interview? My viewers want to know more about the distinguished competition. Okay, I guess. One of the comments, I got sidetracked, one of the comments says you suck. That's funny. So, what makes you think you can step to Clout, the wealthiest influencer in the influencosphere? I'm getting that mask tonight. You can't stop the marketplace of ideas. Worth thousands strong in chat and ready to fight. That's not really an interview question. Oh, shirt. Dog Lord with the hype sub bomb. Thank you, Dog Lord, for the 25 gift subs. You know what we do for subs, chat. And he starts dancing. Yep. This is what I did not want in my life tonight. The blood monger with the 17 biddies saying, I hate you, please die. Haha, that's so relatable. Thanks for the biddies, blood monger. Is this what it's like being a streamer? I don't know. Well, I guess it just depends on the type of personality you are as a streamer. This is kind of, like, sad. Aren't you a hero? Shouldn't you be out heroing or something instead of dancing in the middle of an art auction? Hey, even heroes gotta kick back and celebrate. I bust the Lord of Weasels yesterday during the downtown pet store raid. I am a superhero. I thought those ferrets he freed from the store attacked him or something. Only because I dumped a bag of ferret treats on him. I'm smart like that. I know all the angles. I make all the moves. And it was great content. I'm not getting why an internet funny man wants an ancient war mask. Doesn't seem to fit your whole thing. Oh, no, it's totally my thing. Totally. I'm gonna wear that mask every day. Just you wait and see. It'll be maximum poggers. Oh my god, shut up. Don't say that to me. I think I just gained 100 years to my life. Ugh. Just to my age. I've got all the money I need to make this happen, and I can honestly say you'll all look like sad little fools by the end of the night. So what do you think? Can you step up to this, huh? The heck is going on here? This guy sticks out like, I can't even think of a strong enough metaphor. That's how much he sticks out in this crowd. But he's still a variable in my scheme. I need to decide how to handle him. Distract. He's too much of a wild card. We need him out of the running to clear our path. Compete. Call his bluff and assume he doesn't have the money to hang out in a fight. Okay, so originally I was gonna distract him. But now I kind of hate his guts and want to call his bluff. Oh yeah? I'm thinking I can step up to this. I hope you've got your upvoters on standby, because we're gonna make some content. Hell yeah, see you in the fighting pits. Nobody's gonna forget what goes down tonight. I hope he embarrasses himself. That Joker does not have the raw capital for this battle. He's bluffing. I know for a fact he's broke as hell. Only one left, and one role left to assign. May as well chat with them to learn more, though. Sir Basler, disruptive tech market innovator. I know the type, flashy and splashy, powered by ego, but with a hard-nosed work ethic. They see themselves as as heroes of post-industrial age. As I approach trying to decide my conversational inroad, he talks first, addressing me directly. So you're bidding on the mask too, huh? That's hype. Yeah, that's my intent. How did you know? I do my own research, always. I know all the bidders I'm going to be fighting against, inside and out. Don't know what some self-help book writer wants with a mask, but hey, at least I know I can beat your pocketbook. The mask is mine. There's markets that'll pay twice its value. If you know where to look, invest, flip, cash out. That's the way. Art's just a token of value in the end. It's meaningless and useless outside of the price tag. At least it's also non-fungible. Pretty hype. Hype indeed. So, that's all this auction represents to you, huh? An object you can resell. I'd think there'd be easier items to acquire for that. Well, yeah, like if you can get your hands on nuclear weapons and know whom you can resell them to and how, that's good money. But high-end art pieces are the best middle ground between risky and boring. They have good return without a lot of hassle. This mask was owned by some commie who killed a bunch of Americans, right? I know a Midwest militia group that craves commie trophies. Something something America, yada yada, white replacement theory, etc., etc. Communism sucks, and we must take their stuff. Usual nonsense. Dude, you'd sell to fascists? That's crossing some lines, don't you think? I mean, even costumed masks want nothing to do with those sick forks. Most costume masks. A reminder that even if I sing praises of mask culture, we have our share of complete bastards. And many masks that whistle that whistles, and any mask that whistles and looks the other way when a fellow mask works the supremacist is a supremacist themselves, I say. Meh, whatever. I don't care about their politics. Let them have their sad old hillbilly fixations. I just want their bank balance. You're naive if you think this auction is about right and wrong, or even about history. It's about value. I hate this guy. If you can't optimize the value of your assets, you aren't living out the American dream. Anyone can do it if they're smart enough. And if some left-wing socialist group was willing to pay more, I'd sell them to them instead. I'd sell to anyone who's buying. It's perfectly legal to do what I want with my property, and anything that's legal is also a moral good. It's simple enough, yeah? Okay, no way in hell am I letting this fork face win the mask. Not when he's going to do the polar opposite of my boss's plans for it. The only move left in my playbook is distracting someone from bidding at all. So that's what we'll do. Okay, we need to get him to drop out of the running. Tricky to do when he's clearly committed to it. How do we redirect him? Crash all his cryptocurrency, or rather fake a crash with planted news articles. Claim the mask is a fake, and the militias he's planning to sell it to will not be happy about that. Threaten him into dropping out. Pull some mask muscle and claim you'll destroy him if he proceeds. We do still have Gibson that can help, right? Crash is cryptocurrency. Can't say I know anything about cryptocurrency, but it's like stocks, right? A stock market crash makes people panic. Okay. Say, you're heavily invested in crypto, right? You've brought all the coins and stuff? I mint coins. Yes. What about it? Doesn't that mean you're risking a lot of money participating in this auction? What with the entire crypto market crashing? The so-called crash was a year ago. I'm holding and buying the dip. Your information's out of date. I meant tonight's crash. Don't you read the news? Maybe you're not reading the right sites. I get all my official advice from Catfish. It's a feed for serious investors. That can't be right. He checks his phone, loading up one of Gibson's many fake news sites, one he uses to spread his cover stories. And being a good improv partner, Gibbs already loaded it with developing story, massive crypto crash headlines. What the fork? I'm thinking you have bigger concerns tonight than some silly mask, don't you? I need to go. I need to figure out what's going on. Excuse me. And that about wraps it up for Sir Basler. He won't be a problem now. 3 up and 3 down. A clean sweep. We've got money, we've removed some competition, and we're ready for the auction. Sometimes I amaze even myself. But let's not get cocky. Could still be a few wrinkles between now and me walking out the door with the mask. A chime sound through the atrium, summoning the bidders to their place. I settle somewhere in the back of the house, not seeking a spotlight. I need to get some water. Hold on. Good water. Good soup. And lie in wait like a predator, because there's like an hour of various other auctions to go before we reach the mask. Watching rich people throw money at each other like throwing knives proves to be quite boring. No, wait, better metaphor. Rich people peeing on each other. Yes, that feels better, because that's all this is. Just a big ol' pee party. Esteemed friends, we come to the final auction of the night, the face of the Wolf Mother. Bidding will open at $1 million. The auctioneer, going once, going twice. Do I need to point out again that that is Matchmaker in a new costume? I'm just gonna say this. You have seen her somewhere before. Nope. Don't think I have. I'd recognize that tacky white suit anywhere. An opening bid of 1 million, huh? I did a quick count. I've got 10 million in stolen cash available to me. It'll evaporate like fairy gold soon after, but it'll look valid for a time. That's my bidding limit, 10 mil. I can't go over that or I risk even more scrutiny of my accounts for legitimacy. And finally, it's time. Oh, Clout is eager to get on this before anyone else can bid. He's right on top of it. 1 million. I'll take that auction. That action. Begun this bidding war has. So what approach do I want to take with the bidding? Go all in, nuisance bidding. Raise him $1 every time until he gives up. That'll take time, but it'll work. Offer a drop 50 gift subs in his stream channel if he drops out of the bidding. Go all in, raise directly to the 10 million. Either he can break it or he can't. I feel like slow and steady wins the race. But he's pretty cocky. This one might work. Yeah, no way he's legitimately gonna bid. Maybe I could offer him something of serious value instead. Hey Clout, how about 2 million? I offer to gift you 4 million. Some gift subs if you just 8 million. Okay, if I don't get a bid in, I risk losing this. 10 million and 50 gift subs if you don't counter my bid. Woohoo! Always hold out for more. I accept. Mask's all yours because you got pranked. Clout does a little dance as the drone blasts some air horns at us. All you rich weenies got pranked and I'm cool and you're not. Yeah, I did it. Did what? Pranked you, bro. How exactly? By making fake bids? How does that make any of us look bad? What was your end game here? Sure, I bid more than I expected to, but I'd probably have to pony up that much against the others anyway, so no big deal. I'd say you're the one who got pranked, wasting your whole night setting up this crappy punchline. And actually, isn't making fake bids kind of fraud? And you're a hero? Shouldn't you be apprehending yourself? Actually, where'd muscle memory go off to? Hello? Hero needed? Okay. That's all the time we have for tonight's stream. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody. Yep. Competing against the Joker who brought a webcam to a trust fund fight was the right move. I believe the last legitimate bid was $10 million. We'll resume from there. Going once, going twice, and sold to Miss Butts. Kind of a wonky auction, but the audience applauds politely all the same. Always be polite. Always be polite to stay within the good graces of polite society. That was our last item for the evening. Thank you so much for your time and money. Auction winners may now claim their items from security. Okay, let's grab the goods and get out of here. The money I stole shouldn't be an issue yet, but no need to push my luck. As patrons start to do some last-minute social mingling, I work my way up to the front of the room. Hey, so you've got the mask right there. I won the mask. Can I just sorta have it, rather than wait for security to process everything? That's not quite how it works. We need to verify the transaction and make arrangements, and I practically shoved Baby's shopping bag full of loose cash into her hands. 10 million is freaking heavy, even as a random collection of high denomination bills and bearer bonds and stuff. She sags under the weight. Here you go. Mask me, please. This is highly unusual, but nothing about this auction has been usual, so... And she passes the masks off to me. Score. Do I get another star? Give me my last star. And now to get the hell out of here. Which is right when the power goes out, plunging the room into darkness. Alarmed murmuring comes from what remains of the gathered crowd, which distracts me enough that I almost miss the hulking shadow creeping up on me. Hey! I wrench the mask back, using a bit of that nimble thief dexterity to wriggle free, and find myself facing a very peed off, costumed individual. Wow, okay, that is a very sharp looking blade. My grandmother's blade, and you hold my grandmother's face in your hands. I am the third wolf mother, and that mask is mine by birthright. Surrender the mask or surrender your life. Ha ha ha! What's so funny, American swine? Seems you just saved my boss a lot of unnecessary shipping fees. You know, sometimes the universe just hands you the W. It's a nice change of pace when that happens. And then sometimes the universe takes the W away and hands you a shiny L, because that's when muscle memory steps in. Wolf Mother whirls around to face him, but from behind me, holding her blade to my neck. Whoa, whoa, easy now. Really? You're confronting the most powerful psychic in the world, and your plan is to take a hostage. I could turn your brain to oatmeal before your neurons even try to act on that threat. Then I'd die for the people of Struvkov, as did my mother and grandmother before me. Whoa, 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 everyone. Just calm the fork down. Nobody is killing anybody today, okay? Good point. I can keep her alive while reducing her higher brain functions to putty. Have fun being comatose until your trial. Oh my god. Gotta act fast, gotta act fast. Pretend you're from Strovkov too, and you were buying it on behalf of the state. You came here to buy the mask and give it to Wolf Mother's heirs. That's actually true. Let muscle memory scan you and confirm. I came here tonight with one single goal. Legally purchase the mask, then return it to its homeland. If you doubt me, scan my brain. Go ahead. I can truthfully say that was the entire point of my participation in the auction. The money is transferred, the mask is mine, and that means I can do with it as I please, and I'm not pressing assault charges either. Now prove me wrong or let me get on with my business. Huh. Okay, let's see about that. And I clearly think I was tasked with the job as an agent of someone who wanted to redress an old wrong to return the mask to Strovkov. This is an absolute and unwavering truth. There is no deception in that statement. Okay, you're clear. 5 stars! Let's go! Not happy about Wolf Girl here storming the event I'm running security for, but you're being truthful, so whatever. Do what you want. I did my job. I got paid. I'm out. And he motions for the rest of the security force to stand down as he departs. And that is the art of the steal. Embedding the truth within a lie to convince others to walk into hell willingly for you. With the conflict ended, the third Wolf Mother lowers her blade, stepping around to face me properly. Is this true? You wish to return my grandmother's face willingly? My boss was always planning to give it to you, yes. You just saved me a few steps. Here you go. I press the mask into her hand. She's still a little perplexed, but not going to spit in the face of good fortune. Thank you. You don't know what this means to me. I'm grieving for my own family, while trying to carry on their legacy, so trust me, I know. That was so heartfelt, though. And quickly, we go our separate ways, because my fairy gold is about to evaporate, and her clandestine route home is likely as risky. It doesn't really matter who sees us as masks. We're both doing our best to honor the ones that came before us, regardless. Excellent, excellent work. Granted, now I need to explain to the SDLF that I was actually responsible for the return of the mask. Claiming credit may be tricky. But the results matter more to me. A wrong righted, the mask returned, and all thanks to my clever little ally. Cleverness is the name of the game, my Overmistress. That's an art to it all. There's an art to it all. And you are indeed a creative visionary, Miss Larceny. A visionary indeed. I'd say we've had a fine first outing, Miss Larceny. Here's to many more, yes? Should you choose to accept one of my contracts again, of course. As for your well-earned reward, let's see. I believe I do that through the Crimer app. We both take out our phones to confirm the transaction. Total payday, minus service fees, minus convenience fee, minus overhead costs, minus finder's fee, service charge, yada yada. What the hell? That's all I earned after all my hard work? Crimer took nearly 85%. Hey, I did a damn good job on that caper. Why aren't you giving me more than that? Out of my hands, I'm afraid. Crimer also charges me an arm and a leg just to use its services. And I know the value of arms and legs. They're scamming both of us to a ridiculous degree. If you keep working with me, I'll see if I can slip you something extra along the way. We don't have to let them know, yes? I'm not gonna snitch to an app. It's a deal. I feel this is the start of something grand. You know what? I like her. She's pretty fun for a Doom Priestess propping up a Chaos God. What do you think? Sure, she's fun. You two could be good friends. I'm still iffy on the Apocalypse part. I like her. Something grand indeed, my Overmistress. Drop me a contract sometime, and I'll lend a hand if I'm free. Excellent. I look forward to it. And then a red-robed cultist with bindings over their eyes and mouth steps in. Oh great, another one of these mumblecore bandaged weirdos. He, or she, or they, blocked the way, refusing to budge. While carrying that weird book the Overmistress talked about. The The Sanguinomicon. Oh, for crying out loud. Y'all got you got a problem, bucko? I'm done bothering your precious Overmistress and on my way out the door. The cultist's lips move behind those bandages. Great, more indecipherable nonsense. You think you have control? You think you shape her narrative? You guide her steps from afar, but you cannot save her from our wrath. You are a powerful outsider, but you are still one. You are only one facet, only one, and as for us, we are many. Well, that was creepy. Leave the Overmistress be, or we will devour this plaything you seem to value. You are warned. Do not return. What a weirdo. Just walks up to me and doesn't say a word, then leaves. Wait, those eyes were specifically for me? What was what, huh? The walking bathrobe just wordlessly mumbled and bailed. That's it. Or that's all. Creepy, but not exactly shocking. You okay there? Look, it's been a long day. Let's just go home and get some rest. I got a good feeling about my future. This Overmistress gig is cushy, and scamming these zealot twits is fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what caper comes next. I'm not. I'm scared. I got 5 stars. Boom, 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 boom. Do you want to save before continuing on to the second caper? Yes, I do. Save the game. Okay. So that is going to be it for now. We're going to save the next caper for the next video. That was a lot of fun. Just off the top of my head, I think I'm going to do a job for each one of them, and that has nothing to do with the creepy 3 eyes that looked at me and bared into my soul just now. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. If you had fun watching today, don't forget to hit that like, leave a comment below. What was your favorite part? Who's creeped out by the eyes? Is it just me? I hope it's not just me. Leave me a comment below and subscribe for more cozy adventures. And hey, if you want to come hang out with me live, come over to Twitch and join me on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays at about 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am the queen of kind of being late, maybe. And I don't know. Come hang out with me. Anyway, until next time, bye guys.